Okay, so today we have episode 2 of my Megaminx improvement series, and today we will be talking about F2L. And yeah, sorry I haven't made one of these in a while. Hopefully I'll be making them a bit more frequently. But yeah, let's just get into F2L. So there's three main things I'm going to be talking about during F2L, which are efficiency, look ahead, and TPS. And I think they're all pretty much all equally important to one another during F2L. And I guess I'll start with look ahead first. So for look ahead, during F2L, you want to try to look as much as you can. And during S2L, it's a lot easier because a lot of pieces are solved, so it's easier to find what you're looking for. But for F2L, it's a bit harder to track pieces. But let's say I'm done star and I see this yellow purple, and I see it's a pretty good pair to do. Now I would start to do this, and then before I started that, I saw that I had this corner there. So maybe while I'm doing this, I know what the rest of the pairs. I knew what the pair was gonna be. So probably while I'm doing that, I'll quickly look around here, kind of while I'm inserting this, and I see it's right there. So now I know that once I'm finished inserting this, I can go right over there and do this pair. Which, yeah, that wasn't a great way to do it, but I'm looking through the viewfinder, so it's kind of hard to find efficient solutions. But yeah, so maybe I'll start to this one and quickly find the piece. But then I see this pair, these two are together, and it's good when pieces are together, so it's, you don't have to look ahead much, because I already know where both these pieces are. So I'll probably, like, bring this over here, and then keep in mind that that's over there, and then while I'm solving this, see that, try to find my next piece, so I see a edge there, then a corner there, so, and I wouldn't really pause like this, I do it while I'm solving this piece. So now I know I can just go over here, and, oh, instead of that wrong. But yeah, just go over here, and I know where both the pieces are, so I can just do something like that. So yeah, but basically for look ahead during F2L, what you want to do is just don't look at the pieces you're solving, look at what you think you're going to solve next, and just try to find what you're going to solve next to eliminate pauses. So the next aspect of F2L I'll be going over is efficiency. So efficiency is something that's also very important, and when you're looking ahead to look at pieces, you want to try to find the most efficient way to solve them. Now, once you see like different cases and different ways to do different pairs, you won't really need to think, and you'll just know what to do for that case. Just like how you're probably doing 3x3 S2L right now, assuming you use CFOP. But I'm just going to show a few examples of how you can be more efficient. For example, if you have something like this, you might think like from 3x3 to maybe do something like this, like take that up, and then pair it up, then insert. But on Megaminx, it's actually very inefficient, and it may be hard to see things like this at first, but like, for example, for this, instead of doing something very long like that, you could just pair this up in 2 moves, like that, and insert it. And yeah, there's so many different examples of how to do pairs more efficiently, and you just really have to get the hang of it. And something I recommend doing that really helped my efficiency is do a few untimed solves. And when you're doing your F2L pairs and S2L pairs, this can definitely be applied to S2L. What you want to do is just find the most efficient way to do that type of pair, and just keep doing solves like that. So then, like, more efficient techniques will show up in your actual timed solves. Now, maybe another example. Now, I don't know. I guess for this one, I'd probably just do something like that and pair it up. That's something you just do similar to 3x3. I'm not sure if there's a more efficient way to do that. And then, yeah, I guess something like that. So yeah, there are a lot of things you can do similar to 3x3. But also, another kind of technique you can try doing is when you're inserting one pair, kind of like, if it's something like this, try to go into the next pair and make it as efficient as possible. So for example, if you, if you can you can like kind of like do multi-slotting if you do like a hedge like this, but move that piece and bring it up, and then just put that in there. So just look out for stuff like that, because that can really help. And then let's see, for that, yeah, for that you could just do something like you would do in 3x3 for this pair. And then yeah, I'm just gonna show a few more F2L walkthrough solves to show just F2L pair efficiency. We have our star solved here, and I'm just gonna show what I would do in a solve. So let's see, first I'd probably go with these two, and what I could do is bring this up, put this over, and actually I won't need to bring that up, I don't know what I was doing, but and then just bring over and do that. There might be a more efficient way to do this, and that being said, I like still, and probably a lot of other like Megaminx solvers probably like even faster than me, still don't do like the most efficient ways to do pairs, and which shows that like a lot of people still like constantly have things to improve on. And then for something like this, and then this part is look at. I see before I do this pair that there's this piece here, and I know that it's gonna end up over there, so I know that I'm gonna have to bring it over in this like vicinity. So I do something like that, and then for this, yeah, this is a pair you could do in multiple different ways. You may think to like bring it up that and do like something like pair it up like that or something, but something else you could do is bring that over here, pair it up like that. Oops. And yeah, so that kind of stuff is like at first can be really hard to see, but as I said, you just have to like get used to trying to solve things as efficient as possible. And then something like this, maybe that. And then for a pair like this, I'd probably do something similar to what I do in 3x3. And yeah, I'll show a few more examples. Okay, so for this, I'd probably just do these two first, and noticing that this piece is there, and I could do something like that, insert that, and then yeah, for this probably the most efficient thing to do, which maybe not necessarily the most efficient, but definitely the fastest, is to just bring this up here and solve it through Red3 style, just because you can turn a lot faster, because it's just a lot of like, that's something that's easy to spam TPS on, which, yeah, turning speed is the next thing we're going to go over, so that's going to come into play. And then probably next something else, yeah, this is a good example. So for something like this, you may think to like try to like bring like the two over, and like what I probably used to do is I'd like get the two near each other, and I guess try to like bring them like near where they need to go and kind of solve it over there, but you want to solve it as soon as possible. So what you could do here is yeah, I think that was there. You could do a sledge and then pair it up like that. And then, yeah, inserting is also something you need to find efficient ways to do. Like, what I used to do is I like gripped this face and like brought the pair around and tried to solve it. But what you can really do is like lock that there. But yeah, doing something like that is a lot more efficient. And then, yeah, for this pair, for the red and green, I'd probably just bring this up here. And then I guess solve it like that. So yeah, that may not be the most efficient way, but yeah, it's very hard to do this, and you don't need to necessarily find the most efficient way, but you don't, because that can sometimes be hard, but you just want to find something that's not terribly inefficient, but something you can still execute quickly. And then for these red and blue, I guess something you could execute really fast because it's just 2 gens. Something like that, and yeah, probably didn't see that, but you can just put that in slow motion if you didn't see how I did that, sorry. But yeah, I'll do one more example. Okay, so next example, yeah, last one. So something like, yeah, these two, you could just pair it up like that, And then for the insertion, what I'd probably do is bring it up like that. And you wouldn't want to do like a U3 or U prime 3, what I just did. But it's kind of hard to look at this through the viewfinder, but then just insert it like that. And then, so I see that I could do the red and the blue, but it's not that great of a pair. So I'd probably quickly look over here to see if there's something better I can do. And possibly, like, I probably want to do eventually do, like, the blue and yellow before we're doing the, red and blue, because I'll probably take this edge out and get some kind of better case for that pair. So I could first do these two, keeping in mind that that's right there, and I know the edge was right there. So I do this, and then I know that that corner is solved. So I do something like that, and then for this I could bring this up and just pair it like that. And then for this I could just do 3x3 style and insert it. And before I would have to like rotate here for some reason insert it, but you definitely want to insert it in the back. And yeah, I guess I'll show one more example. So this starting off really doesn't look great, which I guess is good because it's good to show like what I would do here. So for this, I'd probably see this and this blue-red piece, which might end up being convenient because it's right over this slot. And I see that corners all the way back here, and it's like that with like a lot of other pieces, like they're in other slots, like almost all the corners. So I'd probably just take this up here, do a sledge to bring it up here, and then insert like that. And then I see these two pieces, so I try to find either the corner of that one or the edge to that one. And then while doing that, I find the edge, but also see this pair. And instead of taking out this edge and doing something with these two, or doing whatever I do, I can bring out this by solving these two. And as I do that, I see where it would go and see what I would do for that pair. So and then what I could do for that one is just do something like that. And then, actually no, I want to have it paired up, but like if it was 3x3, you'd want to like do that because that's what you'd be used to, because you would want to fix your cross. But the thing is, since this face isn't affecting the star, what you want to do is just leave it up like that and not do an extra move. So then you can just insert like that. So it's really only saving like a move, but it can actually make like not too big a difference, but it can definitely make a difference. And then for this, as I said before, maybe I'd want to do this pair, the yellow and the blue, so that this would already take this corner out, so I could save some moves, but I don't really see it right away. So I do that pair first, and then I see that when I'm inserting this one, I don't think it's gonna set those two up for too great of a pair, and it might be a bit hard to look ahead. So yeah, what I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna solve these two, preserving that one, and insert it like that. And then I already have this one, so let's do that. And then yeah, so hopefully I explained that well. It's kind of hard to get. It is really hard to get the grasp of how to be efficient at first, but yeah. So now for TPS, there really isn't that much to go over, but you want to try to turn like very fast. But the thing is, you also want to look ahead a lot, and you want to try to be as efficient as possible. So what I recommend is finding a balance between all three of these. So instead of like turning really fast, having poor look ahead efficiency, or looking ahead a lot, which could make your efficiency good, but would disable you from having a faster turning speed, instead of doing that, you want to have a good balance in both. So you want to have a turning speed that will allow you to look ahead and be efficient, but you want to look ahead enough that it may hinder a bit of your turning speed, but not too much, so you won't be able to look ahead. This is the end of the video, And hopefully I'll be making these videos more frequently from now on, but yeah, see you guys later, bye.